My name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the, well guys, I honestly don't really know. All I know is that this is going to be the McFarlane BRZRKR figure. Now BRZRKR, since I'm somewhat in the comic book sphere, I have heard of, I know it's a comic that Keanu Reeves, I guess created or at least had some part in. And I've seen some things about it on the internet, just like bits and pieces. But I saw this today at Target, or excuse me, at Walmart, and I was like, you know what? This thing is so cool and so unique that I have to have this in my collection. So today, we're going to be taking a look at this BRZRKR action figure. So here's the front of the box. On the side here, we do have some action shots of the figure. It's pretty much just like a post-apocalyptic John Wick action figure. There is some comic book art on the back. I'm going to have to read the comic after this, I guess. And then on the side here, you have BRZRKR. This box is really, really cool, so I'm going to try to keep this in good condition. But with that being said, I already cut the tape, and let's try to open this guy up with as minimal damage as possible. So just like all the other McFarlane figures, I think, yes, I can just slide this right out. That is awesome. There is a ton of accessories that come with this figure. I'm going to keep my trusty dusty knife just over to the side just in case. We've got two segments here. So this bottom segment, I'm going to try to take that out first and put that one down. And this is where a majority of the weapons are going to be. And this was the huge reason why I bought this figure. Look at those guns there. Those are awesome. Totally versatile for like 6-inch figures. There's also some literature here, I guess we could say. We've got a little McFarlane Toys digital redemption code. Oh, you know what this might be? This might be for a web comic, and I'm totally going to redeem this. Good thing the code is not there, or someone else will steal it, but I got to read this. I got to find out more about BRZRKR. And then next up here, we do have this BRZRKR card, which is super cool. So we have that as well. Is there a little write-up here? Here we go. All right. Real name. Anute, a war with no end, a man known only as B, is a half-mortal and half-god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, the BRZRKR may have finally found a refuge, working for the U.S. government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, B will be granted the one thing he desires, the truth about his endless blood-soaked existence and how to end it. That is awesome. So it's like the A-Team, but one guy, and he's a god. So that's kind of crazy. And this card is really cool. It's a little bit bent. A little disappointed in that, but that's all right. We'll throw that with the rest of the little McFarlane card collection that we have. And while we're here, excuse me, I just ate, whoa, had a black peppercorn in my throat. I apologize. But while we're here, let's get these guns out of here. We might as well. Let's see if just with that I can strip all the tape off. It doesn't look like it, but these might be easier said than done. Oh, man. There goes the war machine. Let's see which ones we can get out here. Let's go with those guys will come out. All right. And then these guys might just be able to slide out through the tape. And yes, I can, but hopefully I don't damage the barrel on this Thompson here. Let's try not to do that. I'll take the tape off. Why not? There we go. Everything's going everywhere. We dropped a couple things on the ground here. We grabbed that war machine, that GL, the grenade launcher. Quite a lot of weapons. Wow. All right, and then here we have the figure itself. So it is the standard kind of like 6-inch, 7-inch McFarlane. This thing was $55 though. This thing was pretty expensive, not gonna lie. It does come with a lot of stuff, I will say, but for that price, they could have made him a little bit bigger, you know? But anyways, let's get out of here. I think we can just dump them all out. Let's see. Yes, we can. All right, beautiful. Last thing is just gonna be, oh, something just fell. Oh, a hand. Hold on. Gotta get my hands and knees for this one, folks. And we got it. We got one of the hands. Okay, so here it is out of the box. Let's get him all set up here with all these different things. Where is all of his hands and his arms? All the faces we'll put there, and then we'll put that there, and all the weapons here. All right, so why don't we do this? Let's get the accessories out of the way. And actually, no, let's get the figure out of the way first, and then to the accessories, and then the weapons. We'll do it a little different today. All right, so starting with the figure, because this thing is really freaking cool. And you know what? The articulation is even better than I expected. So let me do that real quick. You've got double-jointed knees here. The legs don't look like it, but they go all the way around that kind of McFarlane DC, so there's a lot of posability there. Butterfly jointed the arms. The arms are a little loose, but I think that's because we can swap them with different ones. But those move back, they come forward. Of course, double jointed right there at the elbow, swivel for the arms and for the hands and for the feet as well. And overall, the articulation is incredible on this guy, and he's got that face there as well. So Let's start from the bottom here. Pretty much just all black, kind of like Roman Reigns legs in the WWE figures. And you know what? It's not going to focus today, so we'll bring it back a little bit. But just all black pants. You got a holster there on the back, a little ammo pouch on his, what would that be? His right thigh. Moving up here, you got a tactical vest here, which I think is removable. Yeah, it looks like it is. And there's kind of like some weathered brown going on in there, which is really cool. Another draw for this figure was these kind of like the CM Punk kind of like wrist wraps there that are all dirty and everything with the fingers kind of poking out. I love that. Rolled up black sleeves. And then, yeah, I'm just kind of giving an overview here. Hopefully you guys can kind of check it out for yourself. And then finally we have that head sculpt there. Let's see if we can get a focus on that, because that is incredible. I love how that looks. All right, really quick. I want to see what this would look like with the vest off, but I'm not even sure how we can do that. How am I even going to take this off? Is it back there? You know, I'll wait for that, but really quick, you can see just below there, there's just like some blood. I think it's just a black shirt with some blood, so if you want to kind of make it more battle damage, you can take that off and throw the bloodied shirt on. But this looks pretty much like Keanu Reeves, just in like post-apocalyptic fashion, so we have that. All right, next up here, we do have some extra arms. These will probably be the ones that I throw on him, kind of these like bloodied and worn out ones. Those look awesome. I just love how those look. The detail on them is pretty great, I gotta say. Let's see if we can get some zoom quality in there, but that is pretty great on the legs, or on the arms there. Blood's incredible. These will definitely be the arms that I'm throwing on him. He also has another arm here, which is just a severed arm. I believe this is like a weapon that you can use for him, but it's just literally a severed arm. So we have that as well. He comes with some extra hands. The hands that he has equipped are going to be like the trigger hands, but he also comes with a set of fisted hands, and then also kind of just one like large open one, probably for holding the end of a large rifle. On top of that, we have some extra head scans here. So number one, I think this one just swaps out with that, so it'll have the long kind of Keanu Reeves hair. So that just kind of swaps out. And then next up here, we have this like half his head completely like burn off or something like that, totally balding Keanu Reeves battle damage. And then this one here, I'm not sure what's going on with this one, if he has like clones or something, but this is even more balding Keanu Reeves. So we have that one too. I don't know what's going on with this, but I guess we can wrap up with all the different guns. So number one, we do this kind of Desert Eagle style pistol there. All black, nothing too crazy, but we do have that. That's pretty cool. We have a bloody K-bar knife, which is really sweet. The blood is kind of hard to tell, but you can see it looks almost brownish on the blade right there, but that is really cool. Love that. Next up here, we have kind of an M16, almost like from Fortnite, it looks like, but just an all-black M16. I tried to see if the magazine came out, but that does not look like it's the case. Next up here, this seems to be some kind of like auto shotgun or something like that, or like a Nerf gun, I don't know, or some kind of like SCAR-style assault rifle, but we have that as well. Next up here, no, this is going to be the giant shotgun thing. That's definitely a shotgun magazine. So that is crazy with the grenade launcher on the end. This guy's got quite the arsenal here. We also have a Kalashnikov or AK-47 styled rifle. I'm a huge fan of the Kalashnikov. Love that. My favorite rifle of all time. Come on, that's got to come out. Oh, but he does have a Tommy gun here, which is really cool. These weapons are not exactly how you'd think they look, but the styling is really cool. Almost kind of cartoonish, which I do like a lot. Here was the grenade launcher that escaped us earlier, which is really cool. And then finally, here, my favorite of all weapons, because I'm a huge kind of rifle shotgun guy, has to be this shotgun, this pump action shotgun here. That is just too cool. I love that. So that is going to be it. I guess the last thing I should mention is we do this little Berserker stand, but that is going to be it for a review of the McFarlane Boom Studios collab Berserker figure created by John Wick. I don't even know what to say, but the McFarlane Berserker figure. This thing is incredible. I can't wait to see what I have in the thumbnail with this guy, but there's a lot of posability, a lot of accessories, battle damage. You can do different variants with the different heads. I bet that's like, he's got like clones or something that he fights in the comics. I bet that's the whole gimmick with that. Honestly, it is worth the price. I will say that. I was a little skeptical at first, but for $55, this is definitely worth the price. So I will leave it there, folks. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.